little bit late. Oh, a little bit late tonight. What's up, though, people? How you guys doing, man? Sorry about being all late like that, especially when Cade is not even around. But, you know, uploaded that video and had to chow down on a freshly made burrito. So, yeah. But, what's up, people? How you guys doing? Let's get a tweet out. Nice and quick, although today I don't know what I'm gonna say. Actually, okay, we'll go with this. Dearest at Marvel Champions, I'm still not sure which is more painful. Missing out on Mr. Sinister or using T5B on Fraggle Rock. It's two words, right? Ah, whatever. Let's just yeah. Let's go with that. I am now. Okay. Was it done with your original paper? Blah 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 blah. Tweet. All right. What up, people? How you guys all doing? All right. Who's all in here anyway? Curtis first one here, followed by Intel Gaming, Jaden, Brendan Cowger, Flav Span, Lakers Bodyguard, Red Dog, Brutus. What up? What up? What up? Let me scroll this on down. We got Star in here. Could have chowned down on it here. I mean, wait, did I say chowned? I think I said chowned. Could have chowed down on it here. I've done it before. You're right. I could have done it. I would have been on time. But yeah, I don't know how many people wanted to watch me eat a burrito. But what up, everyone? We got Dicer, Miguel, Aces the Pug. BG, it's been a while. It has been a while, dude. I saw your name and I was like, wait a minute, Aces the Pug. If it makes you feel any better, I didn't get Sinister either. Then again, I didn't do any arena to begin with. Well, that does make me feel better, knowing that you didn't have to do any arena. But anyway, it's all good, man. When I was streaming this morning, BG, I put out a tweet. I know I said I was going to, but you know, I didn't get much sleep, but I made sure to get some. And I was thinking, like, yeah, let me just get a little bit of sleep. This way, I'll be awake for the morning stream, finish up the grind, and you know, I got a little bit of sleep, and I woke up, and I just felt like I didn't even know where I was, man. It was bad. It was pretty bad. Way too little sleep over the past few days. So, yeah, I didn't ended up canceling the morning stream. I only slept 2 hours after the grind was all done too, but I feel a lot better now. Those 2 extra hours, man, all the difference. All the freaking difference. But Curtis sending over a buck. Where's your last one at, Curtis? Hey BG, did you know that if you spit in the toilet paper before you wipe, it's called an Alabama wet wipe? Interesting. I don't know what to do with that information. I don't either. But I'm glad that I know. I'm glad that I know. Well, thank you very much for the buck, dude. Maybe I should slap. It's called a Alabama face slap or something. I don't know. But thank you, dude. When I avert your eyes, rank 150 for 5-star was 62.18 million. Okay, 62.18 mil. Yeah, higher, definitely higher than expected. Definitely higher than expected. Ah, Richie V, you missed too. Such an awful day. 60 mil. I had to talk myself off the ledge of selling everything. Place 166. Ah, sorry to hear that, man. Lakers Bodyguard sent it over $2 saying, Beaver, Fraggle testing, and rip. I feel it. It's all good, dude. No, I'm not gonna be doing any Fraggle testing. I gotta get these tier 4 basic, man. So we're actually gonna hop in that arena right freaking now. Actually, let me check on Alliance Quest real quick. Let me check on Alliance Quest real quick. Sorry, Mr. Synergy BG. It's all good, Yuki. Have a good night. I'm off to work. All right, dude. I'll see you later. Okay. Alright, my fight's not open anyway. I think I have to double check and triple check before I actually take the path. But I think I'm on this path this time with this dude right here. It's pretty similar to my other path, except it's the inner instead of the outer on the right side. But basically the nodes, it's nothing too crazy. It's encroaching stun, which I guess could get crazy at times, depending on who you're fighting. But they put some not super difficult nodes here, or super difficult enemies. So every 20 seconds, you just got to throw a special at the right time, or else you're going to get stunned. I don't think it'll be too big a deal. Anyway, yeah, I'll go back to that later. Since I can't actually unlock anybody. BJ heard Heisey has been scrubbing an AQ because Jubes keeps stealing his Corvus charges. That's what's happening. Oh man, it's messed up. Everybody fighting for those Corvus charges, man. Everybody, absolutely everybody uses Corvus in AQ and map 7. It's ridiculous, man. So much for making the map requiring people to bring different champions. I mean, it does in a way, but oh man, still. People just run Corvus or run Ghost, and game over. What's up, BG? My condolences. All good, Hector. BG just got here from watching the Fraggle vid. So sorry, man. So sorry about Fraggle Rock, or sorry about the grind. Either way, it's all good. Hey, BG, how's it going? Pulled a 6-star Red Skull today. Does he have any uses aside from Alliance War defense? He's not. He's got a bit of power control to him. He's pretty tanky, Justin. He's not someone that, you know, he's not someone that you're going to be using all the time, but there might be some use cases like that, some obscure use cases, but for the most part, no. For the most part, he's just an Alliance War defender, so, yeah. Hang on just a sec, guys. I'm hearing some weird noises coming out of my, well, the rest of my apartment here. Alright, yeah, actually, never mind. I think I know what that is. Okay, never mind. We're good. Yeah, I was hearing these noises like, somebody get in my freaking apartment? But, no, I just remembered, we got our dog a new toy, and yeah, it's like a plastic ball that has some food in it, and I thought the dog was sleeping, but it must be up playing with that damn toy again, rolling it into the wall and stuff. Alright, but anyway, J Metz sending over $5 saying Slapmaster started Labyrinth Exploration Monday and just completed path 4. 3 paths this past week. Have the last 3 to go. Ready to get this done before Act 6. Dude, you're trying to get it all done before Act 6? Nice, man. It's doable. It's gonna be tough. Act 6 is not far off, but that's awesome, dude. That is awesome. 3 paths this week and 3 left to go. Killing it, dude. And thank you very much for the 5 as well. I appreciate that, as always. BG, have had Darkhawk for a while as 5-star, and he's starting to be my new favorite, but did you know he has a 30-second heal block? And he's double immune. I did know these things, yes. Which is exactly why I want the champion. Finally use your Venom? Yeah, Ubersoul. Venom really wasn't too useful last week, right? But this week, he's decent on some of the paths for sure. Well, better than decent. He's great on some of the paths. I'm on all the Incinerate paths. Luckily, I have 4 565s for immune. Do you really have 4 Incinerate immune 565s, Dreamin'? It's ridiculous, man. Red Medusa profile? I know! I changed my masteries. At the end of the Fraggle Rock vid, I'm like, oh, good. You know, Medusa is still my profile champion. And then I changed my masteries and rip. Literally, if he took that fight from me, he'd get every charge in Section 1. They are just setting it up. BG, it's just your neighbors getting busy. No, I know that sound all too well. But I heard something outside. Otherwise, I wouldn't have questioned it. But I heard like people outside, pretty loud and everything. And then hearing the noises in the apartment, I was just thinking like, what the hell, dude? But no. After I stopped talking for a minute, I was able to listen better. Yep, 4, Rolk, Iceman, Void, and Ghost. Oh, that's right, Ghost. Jeez, dude, that's nuts. Medusa isn't that good anyway. You shut your mouth, Hector. You shut your dirty mouth. How much should I spend to beat Captain Marvel Clash? I mean, as little as possible. But I think it's acceptable to spend... I don't know, what are these rewards again? It's been a little while since I looked at them. It's acceptable to spend like 2,000 units, I would say. That's probably getting towards the upper limit. It might even be okay to spend a little bit more to get through it, but yeah, you really want to try to limit that as much as possible, of course. Brian, you might wake up tomorrow all happy, then remember you rank 5 Fraggle. Happened to me with Phoenix, prestige rank up, depression is real. Yeah, man, it's alright. I don't actually need any other champion right now, so it's kind of fine. But I'm sure after I pop open all of my crystals, I'll be like, oh god, what have I done, dude? There's so many other champions that I wish I could have ranked. I gotta get his signature ability up, though. I'm not gonna give him generics. I refuse to do that, man. The generics I'm saving for other champions. I'll feed this guy the skills until he gets up to 200. And it probably won't take that long, but it is gonna take some time. It's still a pretty big difference in prestige. Like, I think he can gain, I don't know, like another 300 and something prestige. Actually, I got it on my phone here, my other phone. Hang on, I can find out exactly. Brian, Tara, what's up? All right, so yeah, currently he's 10,376 at Sig 164. So yeah, plenty of room to still go up in terms of his individual prestige, and plenty of room for me to go up just prestige-wise in general. What's going to make me a little bit sad too is I don't know, man, I don't know what to do. Like, just looking at my champions, I actually brought Voodoo to Alliance Quest today, but just looking at him, I haven't used him yet. I don't think I will, but he's there as kind of a backup. But just looking at him, he's already Sig 80, and his prestige is pretty decent. This guy might go to rank 5 too, another champion that I'm really not a huge fan of. I don't know. We'll see about that later. You looked like you were dragging ass at the point of finishing Master in that vid? Dude, you have no idea, dupes. It was so early in the morning. Oh god, man, I don't even remember what time it was. Like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., something like that. It's pretty brutal. BG, how to figure out your prestige? Well, prestige, it's the base hero rating of your top 5 highest rated champions, averaged out. There are many ways to kind of calculate each champion's prestige and your total prestige through kind of third-party tools. You know, you could just Google MCOC prestige calculator. Things will pop up. The only way to really see it in game is if you take away all of your masteries, because it's the champion's base rating. It's not the rating once masteries have influenced your champion's rating or anything like that. Doesn't count boosts, doesn't count synergies, doesn't count masteries, it's just the base rating. There's also videos out there that go more into detail about, like, you know, ways to calculate it. There's line bots, there's spreadsheets, a bunch of different things you could do. But yeah, can't show them all right now. Reeler sent it over $2 saying I have the same path as you for section 2 of AQ. Do you? Did I show my path for section 2? I'm not sure I showed my path for section 2. Or was that supposed to be section 3? Section 2, I'm on the path where you need 3 buffs. That's the path I'm on. I don't know if I said it or anything, but Nice, dude. And thank you very much for the 2. And you're saying good night? Alright, good night, dude. Killer Croc VSC sent it over 5 saying took Luke Cage up over Killmonger rank 4. And I pulled Venom the Duck from a basic and Sim Supreme from a Grandmaster Mystic Crystal. And both of them are monsters. Tough choices again. Dude, that is tough choices again. Yeah, they are both really good. Both really good. Both champions. A little bit less common right now, at least, too, since they're still pretty new to the game. So there's not a ton of content around either of them. Symbiote Supreme, there's a little bit more, but yeah, that makes things even more difficult to help decide if there's not a ton of content out there. If people just like, you know, doing all the newest challenges with these champs and stuff like that. So good luck with that decision, dude. Me personally, I love Venom the Duck, but even still, you know, you can't deny Symbiote Supreme has that awesome utility that be pretty nice to have. Thank you very much for the 5, dude. Oh, really? Sent it over too, saying I forgot you do map 7 now. I meant 6. Oh, okay, okay, all right. Well, that's a good path, dude. I like that path. The poison immune path, wrapping around all the way on the outside edges. Oh yeah, dude. I missed that path. Not having to wait for link nodes or anything like that. But really, thank you very much, dude, for another 2. Thank you, thank you. ED, since bad things happen in 3s, should I send a dual credit for the trifecta? Dude, I already had bad things happen in 3s. I got shafted on the units from my uncollected arena crystals, big time, like less than half of the average or something like that. Wait, what the heck is this? Well, chop off my legs and call me shorty. Is that you, BG? What the hell? Is that a movie quote or something like that? Alright, but anyway, yeah, I got shafted on the units from those crystals. Ranked up Fraggle Rock, which although that was by my own intentions, still, it's bad. And then missing out on the champ. Do not send a dual credit. Please don't make the day worse. Hey man from Ukraine, have Omega and Emma both duped. Do you think we better 455 AQ addicted? Thank you. Or who do you think we better for? Wait. Okay, never mind. Okay. They're both good. They're both good. I would say Omega seems to be the champion that people favor between the two. So I have to recommend Omega. I don't have Emma Frost at a high level that I'd be able to compare the two. So I can't say for absolutely certain that that's the best way to go, but for the most part, people do seem to prefer playing Omega Red. Especially if you run Suicides. If you run Suicides, that guy is just insane. There are different utility situations, though, where you know, Emma Frost would be better over Omega Red. I could say that for sure, too. But yeah, I recommend Omega. So, gas station girl had a cut on her finger today. I showed her my finger because I ripped off a callus on my pinky. She rubbed her fingers across my hand and said, man hands, I might love her. Dicer, that is a good sign. That is a really good sign. Oh, man. Things seem to be going well, dude. Brian, Node 1 is Duel, Node 2 was Slumber, Room 7 Magic. I've never been so excited in dungeons ever, and other nodes were all useless stuff. All nodes up was so fun. Nice, man. That does sound awesome. Only thing's missing from that, well, I guess it wouldn't matter. Once Duel is on, I think it overrides something like Dash Vulnerability, but it would have been sick if you had that too. Whoops. There you go. Brian, did you get Sinister? I did not. I missed. I didn't use any units, so, you know, I was gambling pretty hard. Got no one to blame on that but myself. But I'm also fine with it. You know, I was saying the whole time, I didn't really have a use for the champion. He was just going to be really cool to have. Just a fun champion to get to play with, someone a little bit different. Just because I've been playing with the same champions for so long, and dude just looks super cool. But I wouldn't have actually used him anywhere. I would not have been able to rank him up, really. I was planning on taking him to rank 4 immediately, but then I used my tier 2 alpha that were in the overflow on Fraggle Rock anyway, so I wouldn't have even been able to take him to rank 4. So it's not a big deal. Maybe by the time I can pull him out of a regular crystal or something like that, I'll actually be able to rank him up. I do need more champions, though. I need to be able to get more points. If I could do 1,200 rounds, I need to get more points for those 1,200 rounds than I got. Anyone see the Otrix picture? Mine Crystal guarantees a 6-star champ, includes Thing, Darkhawk, and some trash. Wait, guarantees a 6-star champ? I thought that was the new 6-star featured crystal. Is it not? I didn't really pay attention to it too much. I just saw people talking about like the champions that were going to be in there, and I just assumed that that was going to be it, or that's what that was. Which doesn't really mean anything until those champions get added to the basic in my eyes, because screw 6-star featured. Pass on that. Yeah, I didn't use them last week, but the way I had my paths arranged was able to run suicides for all of it. This week doesn't seem too suicide friendly. I just got wrecked. And I don't know why, but it feels like Venom takes so much damage from suicides compared to other champs. Interesting. I mean, yeah, it should be the same amount, but he has no immunities or resistance or anything, right? So it is going to be a lot of damage. Yeah, this week does seem a little bit less suicide friendly, but depending on your path, you could still run suicides all the freaking way. And to be honest, if I was running Darkhawk with Venom, because that synergy together, oh my god, dude, I'm telling you, this is like a dream team for me. We need to go to find a Darkhawk profile. Oh, what? Alright, there we go. This synergy just makes me so happy. Getting to run the two of those together, if I were able to do that, I would leave suicides on, and maybe I'd get coagulate so the bleed wasn't so bad at the start of the fight, but I would leave suicides on, just plowed right through all of the Spidey champions that I was using Venom against, or whatever nodes I was using him on, and you know, probably be fine, and just use Darkhawk with suicides too. That'd be sick. Brian, you see the video I posted on Twitter? Yeah, I saw that, dude. It's so ridiculous, man. Oh, man. Things like this, seeing things like this just make me think, like, what was Kabam thinking when they added this champion to the game? Like, this is a noted up fight in map 7 of Alliance Quest. And he's down in 20 seconds. Less than 20 seconds for a noted up map 7 fight that you're supposed to have to bring different champions to and stuff. It's nuts. It's freaking nuts. The non-features in the 6 stars get added to the 6-star basic. Yeah. Did I say something different? I was saying, I was trying to say at least that, you know, the champions, it's good to see which champions that they add, but for like the next however many days, you know, there's no chance of me even getting one of those champions until they get added to the basic. That's kind of what I was trying to say, at least. The word equals Chiliad. 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 Said before you got to the point in saying stuff. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm scrolling all over the place. By the way, that Red Skull, I took that Red Skull linked myself because I used Venom, thinking, oh, Venom will do great, and he would have done great. I forgot about using heavy attacks to armor break, so I couldn't get rid of all of his armors. I was like, dude, every time I eat his armors, he just gains another one back. I couldn't do any damage. And I actually timed out, and I only did 50% of his health. over the 3-minute fight. But that was also my fault. Like I said, I could have used heavy attacks, got rid of his armor ups, and handled the fight much better. But Chiliad, I feel like Chiliad. I mean, the first things that come to mind is like the food chili, but I don't think that's it. Could have something to do with the country, although I feel like it'd be spelled different. Maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. Or just like chili as in I'm cold, but I feel like that's also definitely not it. I feel like it would be spelled differently for that one too. Oh, Chiliad. I feel like maybe it's a person who... This is definitely incorrect, but I feel like it's a person who maybe doesn't talk much. Speaks very few words, has doesn't show emotion or expression as much. Almost the reason why Chiliad definition for an ad for chilies, yeah. Or just chili, but yeah. I mean, the reason why I'm saying that, my definition at least, is totally wrong for sure. But I was thinking of somebody just kind of having, you know, having a cold shoulder towards somebody type of thing. So yeah. BG, do you think Sim Supreme is generic gem worthy? 5-star, of course. That's hard to say. There's some other people in here that may be able to advise a little bit better, like Legacy. I think yes. For one, high prestige, and two, I think his awaken ability, while not needed for every fight, there are certain fights where it'd be amazing to have it. Like against there's a Brawl Hyperion in map 7 that I was looking at, and I was looking at taking that path today, and I was just thinking, like, dude, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this Hyperion. So yeah, someone else actually is on that path, but I was thinking, like, Symbiote Supreme might be really good for something like that, where you can't always get those attacks in, but you're still able to control his power gain abilities, you know. So yeah, I do think he's worth it, but it's also, like, depending on where you're at in the game, it's probably better to give it to another champion who may need it more. So a little bit hard to say. Eddie sent it over Buck saying, hello, you sexy beast, sending positive vibes your way. And what do you think about the crystal opening vid? Dude, it's pretty sick, man. It's pretty sick. I'm sure you saw that I basically just took Laura's phone and I replied, but congrats, man. You congrats on your juggernaut. I think that's what I said, right? Congrats on your juggernaut. Even though your other champions that you pulled were like Domino and Blade and stuff. Very nice though, dude. Very, very nice. Don't hurt yourself, BG, with the words Pixie Bell. You know I can't help it. There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna hurt myself every single time. Is Havoc worth rank 4? Yes. Probably. It's... Yes. He's a powerful champion. I don't have a lot to really add to that, though. Because I only have him as a 4-star, and he's not ranked up yet. So I haven't really used him for any quests or anything like that. But he definitely has use, for sure. For freaking sure. BG, should I still grind to awaken Omega? Pulled him today, close to a generic gem that I will put into him, and I don't know. Well, I mean, if it could save you, a generic, then you know, sure. If you're able to, at least. I mean, it's the choice is yours, really. There's nothing I could really. I don't think there's anything I could really say. Other than just the choice is yours. It sounds like you already know that he needs to be awakened, pretty much. And you got two choices. You can either save yourself a grind, feed him the generic, or you can save that generic and suffer through the grind. Whichever you are more comfortable with. As you see, tip, I've been analyzing dungeon crystals. Looks like the newest, or the next 6 newest champs in the next dungeon crystal iteration will be Emma, Supreme, Emma the Duck, Champion, Aegon, and Thrasher. Save the crystal, guys. Okay. That's definitely possible. I haven't analyzed them myself, but that sounds like a reasonable thing. Are you going to be going for round 2 on Mr. Sinister BG? No. No, I can only do round 1. I would not have done round 2 whether I got the champion or not. So, and yeah, it's possible that because he went so high, it might scare people off the grind on round 2, so we could see some type of drop off, but I don't think we will. I think we're gonna see his score still be pretty high. It's hard to say. I mean, there's not gonna, you know, the season is gonna be starting up. Although, actually, no, it's not really gonna matter, right? The season kind of ends, or the season starts like after his round, pretty much. But Alliance Quest is on. Maybe there's not as many people that can run suicides, so it could drop a little bit because of that. But at the same time, I'm not able to run suicides, so that would also make the grind so much more difficult. Plus, I really don't want to spend units on him. If I couldn't get him with just going nuts, doing as many rounds as possible, then yeah, that's fine. I'd rather save the units. I'll save the units. I'll hit as many milestones as I can, and I'll try to boost my roster a little bit with some basics before I go for another grind. ABG, how are you managing loyalty costs for map 7? I'm just not spending loyalty on anything else at all whatsoever. And hopefully it'll be enough. Just got an in-game message from an alliance mate from like 2 years ago saying, good thing you hung in there, mooching to get where you are. Wow. My free-to-play account. I have enough mutant catalyst to rank up Domino or Omega Red. Which one should I rank up? They're both great champions. I think it's a lot of personal preference. If you run suicides, Omega Red might be the way to go. If you do not run suicides, probably Domino. So maybe use that as a way to decide. But I'd recommend playing around with both of them, seeing who you like. Sorry, Mr. Bryan. All good, GM. Those damn arena bots are back. You think so? I don't know. I think Mr. Sinister was just a really popular character that a lot of people wanted, but it's possible. It's possible that the arena bots are back. Congrats on yours, by the way. I saw your name on the list. You're now awakened one. What do you go for? It was a little over 62 mil. A little over 62 mil. You get Sinister? No, I did not. BG, do you plan to do a breakdown video on loyalty costs to actually see if you net positive or not? Not really. Don't plan on it. Maybe at some point in the future I'll do something like that, but not really. I think a lot of it's gonna have to do with how frequently we win an alliance war, and I don't know how much we're gonna be winning an alliance war because most people in the alliance seem to not really care about alliance war anymore, so we might be losing more than we have been in the past. So yeah, and during the off season we're actually getting pretty good loyalty because we're taking advantage of some free wins that people are giving us. You know, just with people tanking and stuff like that. So we're just kind of getting in there and getting some free goodies while it lasts, but that's gonna go away once the season starts. Right, instead of cutoff, can you say I didn't get Sinister where the cutoffs go? Oh man, don't make me write that, dude. But you're right, it would help. Brian, how are you so calm and cool after the grind and the rank up? Have you checked out of the game? No, man, it's just a game though, you know. I go into these grinds knowing the risk, You know, I think if you look at it that way, if you so like I went into the grind knowing the risk, knowing that it's possible to miss out, and I accept that, and that's fine. It's also not the first time I missed out on a champion, you know. It wasn't a champion I was really gonna use. It was just gonna be a for fun champion. Plus, part of the reason why I wanted to do it was just to see how high of a score I can get. Naturally, anyway, it's been a long time since I've done something like that, so it's good to know what I am capable of in case I want to push again for another champion. So yeah, missing out, it sucks. It's a bummer, but you know. And then Fraggle Rock. You know, again, Fraggle Rock, that also kind of sucks, but I also know the game I'm playing there too. You know, Prestige right now is very important because Alliance Quest, it's honestly not that hard. I really thought it was going to be a lot harder. And yeah, Prestige is super important. So, playing the game to increase the Prestige. Like, I really thought that I might have to save my resources to rank 5 Venom, but, dude, there's no way I'm going to need to rank 5 Venom. Rank 4 is all I need on this guy. It'd be nice to have for fun or something like that, but I'm sure I could say the same thing for most champions. It feels like rank 4, in a lot of ways, is good enough to get through the map. Maybe not the bosses so much. Although, I think Art of Chaos used his rank 4 Darkhawk, right? So, even the bosses. The bosses are pretty tough, though, I will say. At least with... Dude, using Hyperion, I soloed the second boss today with Hype. And, yeah, it was sketchy as hell, man. Dude, just look at the time. It's officially my birthday. Richie V, happy birthday. New day, new year for me, and happy belated birthday as well, BG. Well, thanks, man. Happy birthday. Sorry to hear you missed out on the champ. So close to your birthday. ABG, it was a good decision to rank up Void. Killed the 5.4.6 Ultron without problems. Finished Act 5 on Saturday. Nice, dude. Congrats on that, Chris. BG, did you vote to focus on AW or AQ? I didn't vote. There was a poll, and most people voted to focus on Alliance Quest. And I added another option to the poll to say hit the help button, because that was at like the start of the grind, and I didn't really care at that point. I just wanted to get my 6 stars in extra time. So yeah, I just tried to. I was spamming it a little bit in the chats on the poll. I wouldn't care either way what the Alliance wanted to focus on, though, to be honest. Well, actually, I mean, I kind of do care, because I want the people to be happy, and I know that certain people would no longer be in the Alliance if we didn't switch focuses. So yeah, I don't want people to leave the Alliance, man. I like the people that I play with. Sort of people I've been playing with for a long time. Except for you, Dubes. You stink. Mostly just because you always tell me I stink, you bastard. And most, yeah, I'd call every member most. Yeah, well, okay, all right, yeah, I should be more specific. The 29 other members that actually voted for something all voted to focus on Alliance Quest. So, my birthday BG, how old are you now? 60 or 70? Roughly. Yeah, somewhere in there. Hard to keep count. BG get Sinister? No, I did not get Sinister. All good. Silver Lining was all the battle chips, and I do have them. Grind was just for the dupe. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a little bit less painful. BG, how much do you think a Mega will go for? I can't put up more than 1.5 without units. Every champ, no refresh or boost though. I'm fine with using units, but no, he's gonna go for more than 1.5 for sure. Hard to say. Omega's got some hype behind him. He's a great champion. Hard to say how many people go high for these 4 stars still. I know some certainly do. I'd put it maybe low-ish 3s, maybe like 3 point. It's like 3.3. But I would absolutely recommend going higher than that too, is the thing. So yeah, you might want to just use that generic, all things considered. Does Counter-Strike work with the buffed up lane in map 7? I don't think so, but I also haven't tested it. If anyone else in here has tested it, but I don't think so, because those are passive Furies. But I don't know. I haven't tested all the interactions with them. I might have tested it back during the beta, but I really can't remember back that far at this point. I barely remember what happened during this grind, which is a good thing. Only person who didn't vote AQ was BG, who wrote hit the help button. Yeah. ABG recently awakened to Omega from a 5-star crystal. Nice. And his domino. Wait. And his domino unawakened. Should I rank up awakened 660 Omega red or unawakened domino? Personal preference. I mean, domino doesn't need to be awakened really to use her offensively. She's still a beast without it. So yeah, it's a lot of personal preference. I prefer Omega Red between the two, but that doesn't mean that you will. So test them both out, see what you like, see who you're more comfortable using, and then just rank up whoever you enjoy more. They're both fantastic champions. You really can't go wrong between the two. Hey BG, don't read this crap. Chiliad. A group of 1,000 or 2 millennium. Really? Interesting. One sec. Okay. So either a group of 1,000. Oh crap! I'm dead. Or another word for millennium. Okay. Well, damn. I was not even close to that. That's not even close whatsoever. BG, in your opinion, which Mystic is most deserving of a Mystic Gem and rank 5? There's a few good ones. Might depend on where your focus is in the game. I don't think I could say one. I don't think I could really pick one champion, so I'll just pick a few. Because of course it always depends on your situation, but the champions that cover a lot of situations, the Mystic champions that will do a lot in this game for you, are like Magic, Symbiote Supreme, to some extent Voodoo, although I feel Voodoo is a little bit less than the others. I'm trying to think if I've and Morningstar as well. It's like those 4. Possible I'm forgetting someone else. Please don't kill me, dude. Okay, good. I don't feel like doing arena, and it's tier 4 basic. Oh, dude, you gotta do the tier 4 basic, man. I know some people skip the tier 4 basic, but dude, oh man, yeah. There's no way I can skip this thing. I needs it. Let's give Demi attention. He needs to sleep right. Oh, Demi, what are you saying? Brian, last Demic wants sleepy times. Where's your last one at? And wait, do I need to win this fight? Is this still the same match where I lost once? Uh-oh, hold on. That was an accidental heavy. Okay. Come on, dude. Brian just dipping in to say hello before bed. Episodes watched 111. Progress, I'm making it. Also, today I accidentally hit the absolute crap out of my inner cheek. It bled. Ouchie. Alright, night. Ugh. Wait, did I say hit? I think I said hit. But that was bit. I've done that before, man. It hurts. Youch. I've done it before, and every time it happens, it doesn't happen often, but a few times it does happen. All I could think is like, how is this even possible? How is it possible that, you know, 99.9% of the time, everything's fine, and then all of a sudden you bite the inner part of your cheek. Update replied, is that your way of saying grats for 1 million PI? He replied something about being entitled and a couple more things, but couldn't read in time because he removed me as a friend. Wow, dude. Wow. That dude is he's a happy-go-lucky guy, it sounds like. It's a cheeky thing, biting your cheek is. Boo. ABG, do you think Ascendancy buffs are even working in Alliance Quest? I think so, although I never really sat there and compared the damage when I had the Ascendancy buff versus not. But I think it is. If you've compared the damage and you have reason to believe otherwise, I'd be interested in seeing like screenshots for comparison or something like that, and then we'll go yell at Kabam to go fix it. By yell, I mean like ask politely, like, hey, can you guys fix this, please? ABG, sorry to see you didn't get your Sinister. It's all good. If it makes you feel any better, I got the 4-star version. I'm not sure why it would, but I thought you should know anyway. Well, thanks. That makes me feel way better, dude. No, congrats on your 4-star, man. My main account, I have enough Cosmic Catalyst to rank up Medusa or Corvus. I want to rank Medusa because of yours, but people tell me to rank up Corvus. Well, most people would prefer Corvus between the two, so yeah, it's personal preference, but in a lot of ways Corvus is... I mean, Corvus is Corvus is king, basically. In so many different areas of the game, he's just like the best. So yeah. If you don't want to play him, you don't have to play him. You can play whatever champion you want, but and it's not every situation that he's the best, but it is quite a few situations where he is clearly one of the best champions. And you gotta finish those fights at 99%, or sorry, 100%, not 99% in arena. Dude, in arena, I'm lucky just to finish the fight. Barely paying attention to what's going on. ABG, what was your score in the Sinister Arena? It was 55.1-ish. Wait, 56? 56.1-ish, I think. Hold on. I got it on the tweeters. Yeah. This is what I ranked. This is my score. 56.1, rank 183. I would have had to refresh for about a little over 6 mil, right? So it would have been just under 2,000 units, roughly like I don't know, we'll say like 1,600 units or so, give or take. And I mean, if I knew exactly how many units I had to spend, like if I could just say, okay, here, take my 1,600 units and I'll take the champion, I'd say, okay, I'll take that trade. Give me Mr. Sinister. But I mean, not knowing what the score is going to go for, and if I was actually refreshing, I might refresh to like 65 million or something like that. Would have been quite a bit more expensive, and at a certain point, I'm not going to use the champion anyway. I'll probably get them at some point through a regular crystal. I'll just keep the units, you know. You spending on refreshes? No, Forbidden Finger, I did not. This guy did check the leaderboard earlier today. Sorry, Miss BG. It's all good. False dad. Thanks. It wasn't. It was totally easy to. Didn't even have to sacrifice the 2K shards or anything, or use booster units. Dude, nice. You got Mr. Sinister as a 4-star, and you still got the 2K shards. That's awesome. Solid score for no units though, BG. If you had a roster like Serengo, you'd have gotten him. Yeah, dude. I need to boost the roster a little bit, man. Serengo's roster is sick. That dude is able to get a lot more points. for with his roster. What makes Corvus king? Take your pick on any number of the videos out there of Corvus just making content look like it's not even there. Just walking through the enemy in a short number of hits. Sometimes making nodes feel like they don't exist. The dude's a monster. And has a lot of utility actually. It's so, I always think it's weird when Kabam, you know, like let's say Stark Spidey for example. I always think like it's cool, you know. I'm not complaining about this, all right, but I'm just saying it's kind of weird to me where they'll give Stark Spidey like all his damage and everything, and then they'll still give him like a power drain on his heavy attack when so many other champions have just like they don't have the power or like the damage output or anything like that, and their heavy attack doesn't have anywhere near the utility, and it's just like, man, spread the love a little bit, you know, spread it out a little bit. You don't gotta throw it all in one champion, and that's, I mean, that's how kind of the utility is with Corvus, where with his glaives and even the power drain on his L2, while being able to do this monstrous damage and immunity and yeah, he just has a lot going for him. BG, you think I should take my Phoenix to rank 5 for Prestige as well? Should be my third 565. Currently I have Blade and Stark. Illis B, I don't know how hard you're pushing for Prestige, how like hard you want to focus on that thing, but if that's only going to be your third 565, I don't think it'd be that good of an idea unless you were really set on trying to increase that Prestige, because you need a decent number of champs in order to get you through the game before ranking up like a purely Prestige champion. Like there's good champions out there that have high Prestige, you know. I mean, Corvus is an example, but like Blade, you know, for example, you already have Blade, right? Blade has high Prestige and he's useful champ. You could find champions like that if you want to kind of fall somewhere in the middle where you want high Prestige, but you don't necessarily want to sacrifice, like make the ultimate Prestige sacrifice kind of thing by ranking up a champion that's just not really going to be useful, you know. The milestones in the basic and alphas, easy peasy. Aaron Abdul, you're freaking killing it, man. Oh man, the way you're talking about Arena makes me think you're still snowed in. You never get out of that snowstorm. BG get Sinister. No, I did not get Sinister. Maybe I do need to put it on screen at this point. Scrolling down, I just felt this sense of dread for you. One of our guys too, he was 166. Yeah, man. Pretty brutal. Do you have all your 5-star at rank 2 for more points? Yes, they're all at rank 2. Are you working on that? Think that's my next goal in the game. Sadly, gonna sacrifice some tier 5 basic from Glory Store to do that though. Yeah, I have them all at rank 2. I have more than half of them at rank 3. But I could have more... I could have more 5-stars, so that is part of it too, is I don't think I would have had enough points just opening up all of my crystals. You know, I still think I would have came up short, but that is something that also do need to keep in mind, is that, you know, some of my points are tied up in the crystals. If the cutoff was like 58 million or something like that, then could have definitely said holding on to these crystals was what caused me to miss. But making up 6 million extra points, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But yeah, I want to keep having them all at rank 2, so I'm gonna try to save some tier 1 alphas, so that when I do open up these crystals, you know, I'll just be able to rank some of them right away. It's nice having them all at rank 2 or higher. It's so sad to see Thor Ragnarok as your pick. I know, Gale. It's makes me a little bit sad too. Counting my force today, I'm closer to 100 than thought I would be. Just need to rank 3 so many, but lazy. Yeah, I hear that. Even getting them to rank 3, like getting one champion to rank 3 as a 4-star is no big deal, but when you got to rank 3 a lot of them, it gets it's pretty expensive, resource-wise and everything. Well, no, just broke from the snowstorm killing business, so no money to go out and do real-life things. Okay. Well, there's something funny. They got all hate. Call the crutch. Corvus get all love. Call the king. Silly. I mean, it's the exact same thing, Dicer. I mean, Blade was king too during his reign. It's the exact same thing. It's just like you'll see a lot of people like if you ever go to like Legacy's I saw comments on Legacy's video when he was like running through, was it Legacy's? It was somebody's video where they were running through the newest challenge with Corvus or something like that, or doing something with Corvus, and you just see a bunch of comments of people not really happy, saying that Corvus just makes it too easy and stuff like that, unimpressive type things. Which has nothing to do with the person using the champion. But people have similar feelings, for sure, about it. If I could combine 2 champs, it would be Quake and Mr. Sinister. Oh, dude. Just stun lock them forever? Yeah. BG, do you need to have suicides on for Omega to be effective? No. You don't need to have them on, but oh boy, they sure help. They help a freaking ton. What did Mr. Sister go for? It was like 62.1. It was lags, yeah, okay. I mean, it's probably on more than one video, but just the one that I saw. I don't normally scroll down to the comments just because I don't even want to see stuff like that, you know? I mean, I look at them on my own videos because, you know, you gotta sift through and get the good feedback, take the good with the bad and all that. But I never like really scrolling down, looking at the comments in other videos, just because it's some of the comments, you know how it is, the internet and all that. BG Arena question, I haven't really checked before, but how much gold / battle chips do you net from 1 round of 3 fights in non-Sunday arenas? Is it break even on gold and net around 400 battle chips? It's roughly 400 battle chips. It depends on the champions that you're fighting. The star levels of the champions that you're fighting will give more battle chips the higher star they are. But yeah, you could say 400 is about the estimate. Gold, I don't actually know. I never really looked at the gold. I only know the battle chips because, yeah, I mean, although gold could potentially become an issue for me with the increased cost of things, it hasn't been that big of an issue in the past where I ever looked at it myself. I miss Sinister. I did miss Sinister. BG, or wait. So low on gold. Tips on how to get some. I have 100k. For the most part, it's arena. There are other things you can do. Maximizing your efficiency in the solo event quests. You're only using class-specific ISO because it's a lot cheaper to use that versus the generic stuff, so you'll save more gold, which in the long run can add up to be quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's just playing arena. Even like selling ISO is a great way to gain gold, but to get enough ISO, you kind of have to participate in the arena to get the champions, you know, or get the PHCs, get the basic champions, so that the next time you open up a crystal, if you get that champion, well, then you'll gain 60k worth of gold for that. All that stuff adds up, but at the end of the day, it's mostly arena. Wish me luck, BG. Going for uncollected on my original account. Good luck, Carlos. BG, is Stark still in your top 5 for Prestige Calc? Yes. Stark Spidey is still in there, Mr. Sandman. It's I replaced Hyperion. My Hyperion was like Sig 60 or something like that. So really low prestige. He's now out of the top 5. Stark Spidey will be the next to go once I rank somebody else up. Sentinel good for map 7. Sentinel is fantastic for map 7. Yes. Not every path. You know, the way no, this is good. The way the map is laid out, you know, you kind of have to pick your champions based on the path that you're taking. And there's no single champion in the game that's good for every path. There are some that come closer than others, though, and I would say Sentinel is one of those that comes closer than others. Partially due to the boss too. Is, you know, you can throw Sentinel in there as a boss killer, and he'll be good for a decent number of paths at the same time. BG, but you can't deny that those who added Corvus had an easier time than others on the Captain Marvel champ. Used the 4-star Corvus, boosted by the way. I would never deny it. That was what I was suggesting people use. Do you have Corvus? Do you have Ghost? Use those champions if you do. There is no denying it. Like I said, it's the exact same situation as it's the exact same thing as whenever any champion is like currently dominating the game. You know, just like when Scarlet Witch was dominating the game during her time. You're gonna have a much easier time if you have that champion. It's not necessary to have that champion, but yeah, it'll damn sure make the game a lot easier for you. Any tips for Ultron 5.4.6? Just don't land a debuff on him, including your parry stun. Do not land a debuff on him when he has the power gain or the healing. My game froze again. Yeah, so don't, you know, there's champions that you can bring to reduce the ability accuracy, or you could just not land a debuff during the healing or power gain. The power gain is especially the worst one. So, you know, blocking, baiting out heavies, although he does hit pretty hard through the block. And then there's just different champions that counter the guy better than others. You can find specific videos on things like that, like Medusa. I think I have one for Medusa, and I think I have another one for Nebula. I definitely have one for Nebula. I can't remember if I ever made a standalone one for Medusa against him. People have used Loki. People have used just regular high damage champions like Stark Spidey or Blade because he's a villain. It's mostly just about not landing those debuffs at the right time. What type of intercept is required to remove Unstoppable from Aspect of War? Either when the opponent is dashing at you or mid-heavy attack. Those are the only two types of intercepts. What up, BG? Been thinking a bit more about Aegon. Have you heard any cases to rank 5 him rather than leave him at rank 4 for Labyrinth? His base attack at rank 4 is just over 2k, so he doesn't even need a synergy. Well, I mean, it's if you're using him for Labyrinth, it definitely would be easier to have him at rank 5. And you could use him other areas of the game. I'm not a huge fan of Aegon myself, though, so I wouldn't take him to rank 5 myself. So, best thing to do is probably to ask someone else on that one. Yeah, I think he's super fun and all that, but yeah, there's other champions I want to rank up more. He does have high prestige, though, I think. Pretty high, at least. So that's also a factor, too, for consideration, taking him to rank 5. Did you get Mr. Sinister? I did not. Any tips for Bane on 5.2.5/.6? It's mostly about the playstyle. There are certain champions that will handle Bane a little bit better than others. Like power control champions. This way you don't have to worry about baiting out specials at the right time. That can throw off your timing. Or healing champions, because you will take some damage. Bane is tough to transfer over without taking any damage. It's doable, but tough. So those types of champions are great. And as far as like tips for just playing against Bane, you can tap your phone a little bit slower to work on the timing. If you see the timer coming up, you know, back off, end your combos a little bit earlier. Just to kind of get control of the fight, get control of the enemy when you need to transfer that Bane. It's really just about practicing that for the most part. And, you know, getting control of the fight can mean a few different things. You know, baiting out heavy attacks at the right time, just, you know, standing there holding block. Baiting out specials. It's probably better to bait out specials like the earlier the better, kind of, in a way. I mean, if they throw the special at the right time, you could transfer Bane right after that, but it's not always something you can rely on, so you want to bait a little bit earlier rather than later. But yeah, it's mostly about practice. What I recommend doing is going into the quest, go as far as you can without using any items at all, and after you die, just kind of, you know, back out, do the same thing. You could do that like once a day for a week or something like that, and by the end of the week, you'll be much better at fighting versus Bane. Spend like 5 minutes with it a day. You'll save a lot more resources in the long run. Yeah, I'm not sure if he'd be worth the tier 5 basic for only one piece of content. I mean, we are going to get other stuff in the game too, and it'll probably be good for that stuff too. And Cameron actually did use them for the for soloing a Thing boss in Alliance War a few times, I think. But yeah, for the most part, I agree that I'd rather rank up other champs myself. I like to do a Legends run. I'm wondering what device is best. People say iOS. Do you use iOS? I do. Yeah, iOS is fastest. Basically the newest iOS device that you can get your hands on. It doesn't have to be the absolute newest though. But you know, decreasing the loading speeds or the loading times, that's going to save you a lot of time over the course of a run. I don't know how many enemies you fight going through all of Heroic and Master, but you know, if I had to guess, like I don't know, a couple hundred or something like that. So yeah, you think about loading in and out of those fights every single time. It really adds up. Usually we open any 6s after maintenance on Tuesday, even if the new banner is up in game, or open on Wednesday. Nah, I'm just gonna open on Wednesday during the daytime. Make a video out of it. After maintenance is basically stream time, and I don't want to stream the opening. Rather do video. When I finish this spreadsheet, I can send it your way, planning how many rounds of arena required to meet donations, plus netting extra for rank ups. 2 micromanaged to include per round gold/battle chips. I mean, I'd take a look at it if you sent it over. Yeah, I don't know if that stuff's necessary. Like the per round. I mean, the per round battle chips is super important, but the per round gold, not so much. I wouldn't think. Decided which dungeon crystal you're going for. What I'm planning on doing is waiting until I open up all my 5-star crystals and then making a decision after that. Because let's say, like, I want Sentinel, right? But let's say I get really lucky during my opening and I get and awaken Sentinel right in the same opening. Well, if that's the case, I'd rather open up a different dungeon crystal to target another champion, you know? So I'm just gonna wait and base my decision on that. Room is cold, so going into bed for warmth. Okay. Does that mean you're going to sleep? If so, good night. BG, do you know what Labyrinth Maestro does against skill champs? I'm planning to take my Blade and Star-Lord, but unsure who would be better against him. You can't... wait, you can block her... Oh, never mind. You can't put normal bleeds... Or, wait. I can't remember. For skill champions with Gwenpool, I wasn't able to put any bleeds on them. But I think it's different, at least with Blade. Can you put a parry bleed on him or something like that? I can't remember exactly. I think Blade overall is better. Like, here's what I'd recommend doing, Dicer. Do your first run of the Collector with your Star-Lord. Because against tech champions, he can gain regen. You know? So, do your first run with Star-Lord. take out as much of his health as possible, and then if you die, I'd recommend using Blade to kind of finish things up. Blade's nice too because he can Maestro, not Collector, silly. Oh, did I say Collector? I'm sorry. I was thinking Maestro. I was thinking Maestro the whole time. Reduces ability accuracy 100%. Yeah. What Maniac said. So yeah, that's pretty much what I recommend doing though. Is go Star-Lord first, and then if you die, break out Blade. That can't be in T. That Killer Beezy. What's up, dude? Damn, dude. Sorry, BG. Oh, it's all good, man. It's just another champ. It's no big deal. Would a 6-star Cap Infinity be good for Labyrinth? I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't seen anybody use Cap Infinity in Labyrinth, and I can't really imagine him being good for it. I mean, every champion you can use in there technically, but I don't think you'd have a good time with him. Hey, Banana Man, sending love and support from all of us at ISO8. Why? Well, thanks, man. Send some love back for me. PG 100k roster, should I go for tier 4 class Catalyst Basic Arena? Is that just tier 4 basic, or is that tier 4? You included both in there. It's either class Catalyst or basic Catalyst. I'm assuming you're talking about the basic since it's running right now. If you can, yeah. I mean, doesn't matter what your roster is at. If you're able to get the score needed to get tier 4 basics, then I highly recommend it. You're always going to need these things. You're always going to need these things. So much for Medusa's avatar. I know, it hurts. That's the part that hurts. BG planning for my initial run of Labyrinth in July with my rank 4 Aegon. Any tips on preparation, recommended U account, mastery setup, etc.? Well, I haven't done it with Aegon, so I'm not the best person to ask. I don't have any info on like mastery and synergies and stuff like that, really. I do recommend just saving up more than you think that you'd use, though. You know, just if you think you're going to use 2,000 units, save up 3,000 units. Or if you think you're going to spend 5,000 units, save up 6,000. You know, just whatever. Just make sure you have more than just have a nice safety net to fall back on. If you can, farm up some potions. Might be a good idea, even just to help familiarize yourself with Aegon's animations, as silly as that might sound if you're already playing Aegon a bunch. Like just going through Realm of Legends, going through as far as you can, possibly, you know, going through the whole thing, using that as a way to get potions. You know, there's little subtle things that you don't really pick up on until you're kind of in that situation and you go through that situation a bunch of times. And just maybe you'll realize something about his animations of like, you know, maybe the dash back distance on him is a little different than the champions that you normally play, and you can kind of adjust your play accordingly, type of thing. But while getting potions, you know, make that the main reason, and just have some fun doing that. First time through, it wasn't so much the dying to Maestro. Was the damn regen popping up like 7 or 8 times? Yeah, exactly. That's why it's just not even worth going back in there. Like, just throw Star-Lord's life away, basically. Like, it's possible to solo him with it. So, you know, still trying everything. But, just throw him in there, throw him to the wolves. If he dies, go with Blade. Blade, what's nice about him, too, is if you keep your power high, and you get that degen on you, you could survive it. You could survive it pretty easily, actually. BG, I know a guy with Aegon. Do you, Cody? Who could you possibly be talking about? But yeah, if you want to throw in some tips, Cody, go for it, man. BG, did you get him? I did not. Alright, but you have completed Labyrinth with 565 Aegon. It was too easy. Only spent 3,000 units without potions or free crystals. Nice, man. That is awesome. Let's say I have mine. Rank 5. Use them daily and still find it hard. Chaining is ending medium. 2-hit to specialist sometimes. Yeah. It's nice for him because, you know, you want to get that combo higher. So I don't necessarily mind it as much with Aegon, but I usually hate when they give the double hit combos to champions, you know. It just makes it so much less smooth in my opinion. I know a person with an Aegon, but now they are Aegon? Now they are gone? Is that what you're saying, basically? Now they are a gone. Talking about Cameron? Tips to stack units. All I do when I get units is to use them on energy refills instantly. So I'm currently at 3 units. Well, tip number 1 is stop spending them on energy refills, man. No, I mean, energy refills, they're not even that bad of a value, but yeah, I mean, of course, if you do want to save up your units, you got to stop spending them or else you're not going to save up. Mostly just playing arena, but there are other ways to get units. I've made a couple of videos on unit farming. I've made more than a couple of videos. I made a bunch of videos on unit farming and how you should kind of allocate your resources and that type of thing to kind of maximize your unit gain. But the one video I'd recommend watching is how to get, I think the title is something like how to get 7,000 units free or a month or something like that. Just type in like MCOC 7,000 free units. It'll probably pop up. Hit enough for the tags. What's up, BG? Jizz, what's up, dude? Sorry to hear about you not getting Sinister. It's all good. Spent over 700 and didn't get him either. Ah, Jizz, that is painful, dude. Yowza. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, man, he's an elusive son of a B-Manny, it seems. BG 97% sure Omni is putting Alliance War back on the shelf. AQ, the new shiny toy that gets the dopamine flowing. Yeah, I figure most alliances are going to be doing that. It'll be interesting to see what that means for an actual Alliance War season. We'll see. We'll see what actually happens. More so just to use the pun, but works for Cam. Sad face. Well, don't be. You don't gotta throw the sad face in there. It's not like he's gone. But yeah, I figured it was more of a pun thing. Extra at the end of the combo, always throw me off, man. Yeah, dude, for real. BG, I recently used a lot of my iTunes gift cards to get units / offers and such, and I got masteries, but also bought featured Grandmaster crystals with extra, and while buying under 20 crystals, I got 2 5-stars and 3 4-stars. Nice, dude. You beat the odds, it sounds like. Bought that energy refill bundle today, 10 refills and some other junk for $5. Oh, I didn't even see that there was an offer today. That's cool. Go check that out real quick. Oh, this one right here. Yeah, look at that. Gave you a boost and a revive too. That's not too bad, considering that's a solid chunk of units, more than you get normally for $5, right? BG, I know it will make you feel better knowing you don't have a duped 6-star DP XF like I do. I mean, it doesn't necessarily make me feel, I mean, you know, I'm happy knowing I don't have one, but I'm still sad for you that you have one. But I'm also excited and scared at the same time of what these next 3 6-stars are going to look like. I'm really, really hoping for 3 brand new 6-stars, or just 2 Venom the Ducks. Give me 2 Venom the Ducks, Kabam. That's what I need in my life. 2 Venom the Ducks. I beg of you, Kabam. Show mercy. Give me someone fun to play with. BG say Yo, like Hobbit, I can't do impressions. That was horrible. that was my best attempt. That was my first time ever attempting it, so I probably could do it better if I tried a few times. But let's not even do that. That was bad. By the way, is it possible to 100% every difficulty of the monthly event quest to farm units without spending units energy-wise? It depends on the month. I think when we have 35 days instead of 28 days, then I think it's doable. 28 days, it might also be doable in the 28 days that they usually give us. But you'd have to be super energy efficient probably, and that includes like people hitting help when you ask for it and stuff. Oh no, am I lagging? Okay, the lag should be clear. Nope, still lagging. Oh god. Why? Sorry guys, I don't know why I'm lagging like this. Past few days, internet has not been super stable for me. It's on and off right now, the lag. Like I'm watching how many frames I'm dropping on OBS. Right now I'm not dropping any. So we might have stabilized here. We might have stabilized. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. People just might need to refresh, because sometimes when it lags like that, it'll kind of have you fall behind as a way to kind of buffer things a bit. So, yeah, just make sure it's live for you and you're not a few minutes back in the stream or refresh or something like that. But yeah, at this point it seems to be stable again. So, how's everybody? I heard about Sinister. Sorry, oh, it's all good. Just a champ. I have Awakening Stone, I have Sparky and Magic. Some advice. Both great champions. I'll recommend one of two things. Either Stark Spider or Magic. No, I'm just kidding. One of two things I'm going to recommend. Number one is just rank up whichever champion you enjoy playing most. The second thing I'll recommend is to awaken Magic and don't awaken Stark Spidey. I feel like her awaken ability is just a little bit more important than Stark Spidey's, but they can both be played without being awakened. And yeah, you could just, like I said, you could just go with the champion that you prefer more. But if you don't want to do that, if you want to use both of them, I'd recommend giving it to Magic. Alright, and the audio was good. It was just the visual lag. That's weird. I guess I've seen that before. So sees you get updated in the middle of AQ after a rank up, or is it locked in before the week begins? Hinach, I've heard mixed things about that. I think it's either locked in when the week starts, or it's locked in or like locked in once the map starts, and I'm not sure which is true. I know it's at least locked in when the map starts, though. I know that for sure. I just don't know about like when the week starts or not. But like, if I waited to rank up Thor, for example, after day 1 of AQ started, so I can get the resources, from the Glory Store refresh, that prestige would not have counted for that day at least. It might have counted for the other days. Like if you look at the history, the AQ history, you'll notice like the point changes. Not the point changes, but like the prestige change kind of thing. You know how like, okay, you successfully beat that day of Alliance Quest, and it tells you your prestige goes up 500 points or something, right? And then if people are ranking up champions, increasing your prestige, instead of just continuing to go up 500 points every day, it'll be like plus 500, plus 505, you know, something like that. I think Ubersoul is saying the exact same thing I was just saying, pretty much. Update during the day 1, it'll be plus XSX for exploration, plus let's say plus 13 for Alliance prestige. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I think it's just for that day, but it might be something for the week. I can't say for sure. Okay. Definitely updates each day, as you can see. Yeah, okay. Saying the same thing. What's up, Nick? Did you get Mr. Sister? No, dude, I missed. I cheaped out, and I didn't use my units to refresh at all. So at least I didn't use any. At least I didn't lose any units, but I also didn't gain any champions. ABG, how you doing? What if you get Blade from the one crystal you're gonna open? What are you gonna feel about Thor Rag? I would have went with Thor Rag anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, of the two, of course, I would much rather have Blade ranked up, you know? Thor Rag, he's gonna be useless for me pretty much. I know, maybe I'll find a use for him somehow, but for the most part, he's gonna be pretty useless. Whereas Blade, I would have actually used, but I mean, Thor Rag has significantly higher prestige, and it's not just him having more prestige than Blade in general. It's also that, you know, my Thor Rag, he was already level 64. 64 or 63. I think it's 64. You know, so I took him to 164, whereas Blade, let's say I got him, and let's say I had an Awakening Gem for him, well, I still would have only been able to get him up to 101. So, yeah, even that is a huge difference in the short term. It's a decent-sized difference, period, but in the short term, it's an even bigger difference. What's your prestige? I said it in the last video. It's a little over 10K. It's like 10,031 or something like that. If you want to know the exact number, it's at pretty much the end of the video that I just uploaded. Here's a tip I used while opening crystals. Count to 7 as soon as you open it. It's almost lucky. 3 or 4 stars. I don't believe any of those tips, I'm sorry to say. Hey, I mean, whatever works for you. We all have our little lucky charms, right? But it's probably the wrong term for it. Shouldn't have brought up a cereal. Or superstitions. Probably the better word for it, but yeah. Ouch, at least it wasn't someone you really want. Yeah, that's the thing, is, you know, it wasn't a champion that I was actually going to use. It would have just been a fun champion to get to play with. So it's not that big a deal. Gain gold and battleships, not that you were lacking. Yeah, no, I did gain those things. I was lacking a little bit, so, you know, it definitely helps. A big grind like that, I mean, you know, a grind like that, I got nearly, or about 500,000 battle chips in it, for these last 3 days. So, I mean, that stuff, it helps. It helps. It definitely helps. But, I would have rather got the battle chips and the champion, you know. BG, should I rank 5 4-star void just in case for Act 6? Yeah, if you don't have a higher level void, Hinach. Well, I mean, no, I still recommend it just in case. Like you said, you probably aren't even gonna need to use them, but just in case, sure, why not? Worst part is they took over profile pic. I know, False Steph. I know, man. I said I wouldn't complain about it, so I'm trying not to complain about it, but other people know. They know the pain. People don't want to see this guy either. Because, you know, I could change it to another picture. I'm well aware of that, and that's why I'm trying not to complain about it. But I don't like having the different borders. I like just having, you know, it's not even the borders too, but I just like having whatever champion is highest up there. It comes from playing the World of Warcraft, I guess. Actually, even games before that, but I think WoW was like the best example of. I really didn't like how people could, at some point, they could change the appearance of all their items. I only played for like a month or something like that. Like I subscribed to the game for like a month during that period of time anyway, so it wasn't even around that long. But I didn't like how people could change the appearance of their items. I actually liked it just to have just to be able to kind of see at a glance what people were using. It's different in this game. You know, it's not nearly as big a deal in this game. We're talking about like full sets of items and weapons and stuff like that in that game, right? Here it's just a profile picture or whatever. But still, I don't know, there's something about it that I like having the default of whatever it is. Just kind of accept it. Hopefully I'll just get a higher level champion without waiting too long for something like that. Getting sleepy. Night, y'all. Alright, Star, have a good one. Rank 5 Rags? When did that happen? Nick. During the grind, dude. During the grind. I just posted a video about it, but basically the gist of video is that you know, I wanted to get this dude ranked up before AQ started, and I had to do a few things in order to make that happen. BG, how does this make you feel better? Someone you know donated $200 to a YouTube streamer, then immediately spent $100 to open 10 future GMCs and got 10 3-stars, no sinister whatsoever. Dicer. That does not make me feel better at all, man. I would have much rather you got 10 5-stars and have them be all sinister so you can have them at high sig level and everything. That sucks, man. That freaking sucks. Thank you again for that insanely generous donation, though, dude. Freaking nuts. Yeah, I know quite a few people that struck out going the featured Grandmaster Crystal route, too. Which is why I avoid it, you know. I'm surprised. Usually when I miss a champion, people will be like, well, you know, get his Crystal. Is this Crystal already gone? Is that why Noah's on me or something? Or maybe... actually, maybe I'm thinking about it the other way around. Maybe people tell me before the grinds. I can't remember, but people do recommend that I open up Crystal, like the featured Grandmaster Crystals. Maybe it's just gotten to the point where people know that they're garbage, so less people recommend doing it. They know that the odds are kind of low. Maybe that's what it is. I agree with you about the Portrait Champs, BG. Luckily, after a year Blade thing has surpassed him. Oh, thing is an awesome one to have. Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be a sick profile pick to have. Rank 4 Corvus or Blade to rank 5 for Act 5 100%. Oh, that's a tough one. They're both really good for Act 5. It's a tough call. I don't know which one would be better for you. Maybe just go with who you're more comfortable with in a case like that. Hard to say. Okay, so with Blade, the higher the rank he is, the more he's gonna heal. And as long as you can keep him alive, you know, you can keep healing him back to that 71% and save resources that way. With Corvus, the higher the rank he is, the more likely you are to finish the fights just super quickly, not have to worry about glaive charges or any of that nonsense. So they both have their really good benefits to ranking them up. Hard to pick. Both very, very strong for Act 5. Maybe just go with who you're most comfortable with. Who you are more likely to be using from fight to fight. Will you pass LL or Ultron for subscribers? I don't know who either of those people are. Are there people... Those aren't MCOC people, right? Because LL and Ultron... I feel like I know a lot of the YouTubers in this game. Those ones don't sound familiar. BG open blade crystals. There we go. There's the recommendation. Open blade crystals. I'm gonna pop one. That is what it is. Win some, lose some. I don't really necessarily want him either. Yeah, man. Like that's just it, man. Maybe I'll be wrong on this, but I'm telling you, I feel like over the next few. Well, okay. Maybe he'll be useful in Act 6. I don't really don't know if he will or not. But outside of something like that, like I don't think we're gonna see. You know, you're not gonna see videos of Mr. Sinister being used frequently. You know, maybe somebody who really likes him just wants to have some entertaining content. Like that's what I would have done. I would have just made some cool videos with him. But I don't expect to see him used a ton. He would have been awesome to have though, for sure. How do you feel about Thor being your picture champion right now? Well, we were just talking about that. Not super thrilled with it, but it's fine. Favorite part of a featured grind is after about 1,000 win streak. Someone posts a screen of them pulling the champ from one crystal. Yeah. Venom the Duck have to be duped to be useful? No, he does not have to be duped. That was an accidental heavy. No, Venom the Duck does not have to be duped. The awakened ability helps, of course, but doesn't have to be. It makes him a little bit slower to build up. So in shorter style quests, it is going to make him feel a little bit more sluggish to get powerful. Blade on 160, Corvus Sig 80. Okay. I mean, Corvus Sig level doesn't really matter. Just the fact that he's awakened is great. So yeah, I wouldn't even base it on Sig. Well, I mean, you could say prestige-wise, Blade will have higher prestige then. So maybe that's another reason to rank up Blade. BG, what if you got Blade? He would have been better, rank 5, and not much worse prestige than Thorax. No, it would have been much lower. I wouldn't be able to take him anywhere near as high of Sig level. And yeah, my prestige is already well below the average for a top 10 Alliance member, so I needed to go with just the highest possible. Forgot to turn autoplay on Heroic, and Omega still got the kill super quick. Dude, I love using Omega in auto fight questing. Because it doesn't matter how dumb the AI is, eventually he's just going to be standing there long enough to kill them. Especially if you're running suicides, dude. It's awesome. Doing Dungeons with Chris just now. Died to the first dorm with Blade, but Beardo carried me the rest of the way. He's definitely earned my favorite character status. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Get Sinister. I did not get Sinister. Best champ that has most useful out of the whole Heartbreak Hotel was the 2-star Domino I pulled. Oh, I still have to pop those crystals and see what I get out of those. I'll pop those pretty soon too. Dang, man. feel like I haven't really been popping crystals on my account lately. Been just hoarding for a long time. And although some of them are smaller than others, like those, you know, the crystals that contain 2-star domino, I still feel like I have to make a video out of it just because I need proof of like where I got the champion. Don't want anybody questioning like, how'd you get that 2-star exclusive or whatever. Plus I have an idea of something else to do in that video. But then the 6-star opening on Wednesday, the blade opening probably tomorrow. Yeah, man, I'll finally be popping open these crystals. Bam, leave me with 1,600 romance crystal shards. Must be selling later. Yeah, that's weird. I saw somebody else screenshot the same thing. How many 5s you got now? I'm at 81. PG, did you get Sinister? Dicer. And as a matter of fact, I did not. Yeah, why is everybody asking about the Sinister? I mean, people are just getting in late, and they you know, they want to know. It's understandable. Maybe I should have put it up on screen like Drop Faith said. Sorry to everyone else who has to hear me answer the same question over and over. I don't mind it so much, but I know everyone else is probably getting tired of people asking the question. BG update, finally got uncollected on my original account. Foo, nice dude. Congrats. Was trying to get practice against Medusa, so I looked you up, then got disappointed. Yeah, well, Medusa, she actually hasn't been my top champion for a little while now. It was Void who, like you know, depending on the masteries I was using when I was looking at my account, it could be either Medusa or Void. But prestige-wise, and what you'd look up if, or what you'd find if you looked me up, it'd be Void for a while until I ranked up Fraggle Rock here. How many? Wait. Oh no, okay, yeah, he did mean 5 stars. Okay, all right. You are the dingus, Aaron Abdo. 2-star opening / 1,000 jumping jacks video. No way, dude. BG, you didn't get Sinister, but you got that 3-star Spidey cutoff. Screw you, Hector. Hey, birthday, did you get Sinister? God, no, it's not my birthday. ABG, sorry, you're not getting that Sinister. Are you going for 2nd round? No, I'm not going to have time to go 2nd round. I basically only have 2 out of the 3 days to grind. And yeah, I don't think it's worth the units anyway. You know, like knowing what the cutoff was, I was only about 1,600 units or so, approximately, away from making the top 150, of just barely sneaking in the top 150. But I probably, if I was starting to dig into the units, I probably would have spent around 3K, maybe a little bit under 3K, 2,500 or so. And at that point, for a champion that I'm not going to have an immediate use for, I'd rather have the units, actually. So if there's a champion that comes through the arena, I'm like, oh, I gotta have this champion. I need this champion for, you know, pairs up with one of the main champions I'm always running, has this awesome synergy, or I just think they're gonna be like the next Void or something for me. You know, then I don't mind spending thousands of units refreshing my champions to get them. But for a just for fun champion that has some cool utility that maybe I'd find useful in the future, nah. I'll wait and maybe I'll get him some other time. I'm not sure if about 100 people asked it before, but did you get Sinister? It's probably more than 100 people at this point. Stuff like in Sinister grind, it's all good. My defense, he said, R5s. Yeah, I can see that. I can see how you being a dingus would make you think that. as far as rank 5s, in case anyone's curious now that they're hearing that, I have 38 of those. Oh my god, dude. This guy is not being aggressive enough. Thank you. All I want to do is get a heavy attack off. He's like sitting back, throwing his own heavies. Finally, we get some neuros going. Man, should have been a super quick fight. Ended up taking forever. You shouldn't have tweeted that terrible pun. Terrible pun? You talking about using Star's name? Sinistar? That one? BG, what kind of secret shenanigans do you do on that third day? I mean, it's not really secret. Maybe it is secret. I don't know. I've said it before. I don't really want to talk about it though because, yeah, I feel like it'll be more of just like promising something that you know, that's how people would take it at least. I've talked about it in the past, but yeah, let's not even talk about it. I'm working on stuff all day, but it just can't be at home working on stuff. It's a different kind of working on stuff. Yeah, the 800th player scored about 10.92. Really? That's what did I guess for the cutoffs for the 4-star? I guess 13. Okay, 10.92 is that is not bad. That is quite a bit lower than I expected for a 4-star Mr. Sinister. Interesting. Interesting. BG, did you get any inside info about Act 6? If yes, then are you allowed to talk about it? No. No on let's just put it at no. I'll talk more in the future. But I have no info about like the actual nodes or fights or any of that stuff. I can say that much. I have no info about any of it. And we'll talk more in the future though. Later? That's Sarnian. You were here? You were here this whole time? You're just saying bye now? Oh wait, I see. ABG, as I sit here naked in Hugh Jackman's hotel room, it occurs to me that I might have mixed up my bucket list with the girlfriends. Wow, dude. You sure that wasn't on yours? I don't know. I feel like that's on mine. It wasn't before, but it is now. Some of us will never forget those beta revives. Yeah, I know. But I'm also being serious when I say I don't have any info about Act 6. We'll talk more later, damn it. That means yes, you bastard. No, it definitely does not. How far in the future? I don't know. Probably not too far. Somehow I'm reminded of Dave when asked about 6s or 6 stars. Oh, cause he made that that adrenaline video, right? Is that what you're talking about? BG, I was doing EQ master mode, and there's only a Sinister chapter left to 100%. Only to realize I was doing normal mode all along. Jesus, oh man. How does that happen? Wait, it wasn't even like it was heroic. It was normal and not master. I mean, I guess if you just have it in like a super powerful roster and you're just one-shotting enemies anyway, but still, dude, master mode is a little bit more difficult than that. Aha, I knew I wasn't the dingus. BG, read Nick's last, please. Oh, wait, what is... Yeah, I was asking how many 5s he had at rank 5. Oh, Nick, I'm sorry. I have 6. Thor Fraggle Rock makes number 6. Still missing a Mystic class type, and then I'll be happy with the rank 5s I have once I get one of all the class types. Stressing myself out with how to set this spreadsheet up. Why do I have to be such a perfectionist? Good question. Don't know. Yeah. Give us the rough draft version. Unless you don't want to show it tonight, because I'm not going to be around too much longer tonight. Just so you know. Brian, did you get to try the MCOC arcade? No, not yet. But hopefully we'll check it out sometime soonish. Fraggle Rock's secret strategy for Act 6. Oh, I mean, I hope he's good for there, but I really can't see it. Maybe that 40% shock thing they gave him, maybe that's the buff that he needed to dominate. Why did they even give that to him, man? Like, people aren't going to use him. Like, they updated the shock things for, at least I think they updated the shock things for the beta, or not the beta, for map 7. Sorry, I was referring to, like, the map 7 beta. But, you know, because there's, like, shock paths in map 7. I mean, I guess maybe they just wanted to add a little bit more kind of flavor to the champions, that, you know, if they're kind of electric base or thunder base, that they have something to do with reducing or something with that damage type. But I mean, shrugging off shocks 40% faster does nothing for Fraggle Rock, pretty much. Is that Coco Jumbo in here? Asking for the 3-star Spidey cutoff? What's up, Coco Jumbo? How you doing, dude? Oh, sure, apologize to Nick, but don't apologize to me for the dingus comment when it was actually you that was the dingus. I see how it is. Well, I was just agreeing with you, dude. You called yourself a dingus. I was doing the polite thing by not arguing with you. And just saying, yeah, you know, you can be whatever you want, Aaron Abdo. You want to be a dingus? You be that dingus, man. You be that dingus. Hey BG, what's the cutoff for did you get Sinister in the 3-star Act 6 beta? Wow. That's a lot of stuff. 40% less shock damage, he could do 2 nodes now. Yeah, dude, exactly. Like, what the hell's the point of that, man? I wouldn't even mind so much if he could be used in map 7. I'd be like, okay, cool. You know, because there's other champions that you could take down those paths, you know. It's not like he'd be the only one, but I don't have any champion that could handle the shock stuff. Not at this level, at least, you know. Like, I've got Nebula at rank 4. I think she can handle it. I can't remember exactly what hers is, but I'm pretty sure she can. But I mean, people just use Corvus anyway. So those paths, people love taking those paths, so I don't have to worry about it. But still, at least I could be like, okay, if need be, I have an option for that path. But no, it's not an option. Wait, does his regen synergy entice you? It entices me? Wait, what regen synergy? Which one am I missing? For Fraggle Rock, does he have a regen synergy? I don't even remember what all of his synergies are. The dude has like a dozen unique synergies. I don't know why he has so many. I mean, it's like Kabam was trying to make him good, and maybe they just came a little bit short. They gave him a ton of unique synergies. I just wish I knew how Fraggle's Special 3 worked. Anytime I'm hit with it, I'm like, sweet, that did no damage. then after I'm like, oh, well, damn. Yeah, that is the one thing that about Fraggle Rock that's cool is the shock damage that he can put out after his special 3 is pretty damn good. I think it's just any time you make contact with him, the chance to shock, whether you're doing the hitting or you're getting hit. The rest of him is not worth it, you know? If the rest of him was a little bit stronger than that, it could make for like a pretty sweet balanced champion type of thing. Like even if his base attack wasn't so low. Like after this fight, we'll go look at his base stats for a minute. Nice beard, Brian. Thank you, Harvey. I'm definitely due for a trim here. Forget who it's with, Golk or Hella, 10% at the end of every fight. He has 10% HP on knockout with Hella. Okay. Let's go take a little look at this Fraggle Rock guy. I'm 150k away from getting this tier 4 basic, but whatever, I'll get that afterwards. Oh, whoops, that's not where I want it to go. Okay. He doesn't even look that cool to me, dude. I mean, I get that that's part of the story that he, you know, like the clothes he has and like the shield and weapon and stuff like that. I get it. I watched the movie. Ugh. Anyway. Regenerates 10% of max health when killing opponents. Okay. That's not bad. It's not bad, but I don't really want to play with Hella either. I like his animations. You know what I noticed? Using him in the arena, I noticed that after a 5-hit combo, using my special 1, sometimes it gets parried. Just in the same way that some other champions, same thing gets parried. But okay, base attack. Base attack is 2166. Dude, 2166. Like, come on, man. Bump that up to like 2500 or something. You know? Alright, maybe we don't even have to go that high. 2400. It'd be noticeable because with the synergy with Gladiator Hulk here, that plus 60% attack when Thunder God's Wrath is active, that would, you know, increase that additional 2. He probably still wouldn't be good, but come on. Just at least give him that. Kabam. Brian Cooper, Black Order, sent it over $2 saying, BG, what up, tossing a little your way? Dude, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. As always, dude. Thank you, man. Expected you to wait till you open your Blade Crystal to rank up Fraggle. His prestige is pretty good, isn't it? Blade's prestige is good, yeah. But number one, I didn't want to wait, really. If I, you know. It's really not a big deal falling to, like, the next tier of rewards. But still, I would have felt like it was my fault if we did. You know, like if we miss the rewards, I'm like, whatever, dude. 1,000 extra tier 5 basic fragments. Like, yeah, I want them, but I'm not gonna go nuts for them. But if I know that I have like the lowest prestige and we miss because of that, then I'd feel really bad not doing what I could to help out if this is the direction that the Alliance wants to go in, you know. So yeah, I didn't want to wait, and he has much higher prestige. Him and procs are kind of nice. Gets that Wrath in 10 less hits. Let's go look up Proxima real quick. I'm gonna play around with him a little bit. You know, I was too busy grinding to do anything else with him, really. But you know, I'll play around with him a little bit. Maybe it'll change my mind. Maybe I'll actually have a good time with him. I'm not expecting it, but I'll give it a shot, man. Expecting a lot of alliances to have made prestige rank ups this last week. Yeah, a lot of alliances already did, Nick. And I think even more so are going to continue in the future. And chance we get a 5-star basic arena in the future, how soon do you think that would happen if it did? I think there's a good chance it'll happen in the future. I think we're still kind of a ways out from it, though. Okay, activation, Boon of the Gods requires 10 less hits on the combo meter and 5 less whenever struck. Okay, yeah, that is pretty big. Proxima was not in the game at the time when I actually tested this guy. Those 10 fewer hits. It is a big deal. Boon of the Gods, I still remember what it does. Fills up your power meter. So if you could keep cycling those special 3s, that is nice. That is nice. There was a new one, a relatively new one too, wasn't there? Was it with the champion? I don't think it was with the champion, but I can't remember like the newest one that came out. Wasn't Aegon either, was it? Maybe it was Korg. I think it's Korg actually that I might be thinking of. Okay. Plus 15% attack rating and plus 20% fury buff for 8 seconds when using a medium attack to end a basic attack combo while their opponent is pinned against the wall. That's pretty good. Again, though, if his base attack wasn't so low, it would mean more. Okay, anyway, it is getting kind of late, though, guys. I need to head out of here. Actually get a good night's sleep tonight. A little bit of a change. What is Golk's part of this? I forget. Okay, crack 7 is locked at 100 for an additional 3 seconds. Okay. I don't even know how important that is or not. Whatever, man. We'll test this guy out another time. It'd be nice if I can get him higher sig level before testing, but I probably won't wait. Probably test him within a week or so. There's some other videos that I recorded but haven't had time to edit that I need to get up first. I don't know why I'm... Whoops. No more of those. Come on, units, please. Give me a 225-er. What sig is he? 164. So, I mean, he's pretty high sig level at the moment, but, you know, just if I'm going to be testing this guy out, like, I want him sig 200, if I could. Looking for units, which arena crystal should I open BG, normal or uncollected? They both have the same drop rate on units. The normal ones can technically be considered a little bit more consistent, I suppose, in the short term. Just because, you know, if you miss and hit gold bunch, yeah. Please, yes, thank you. Only 75, but I'll still take it. Yay, we got something. Coco Jumbo sending over $2 saying, till the night closes in, I don't even play anymore. Coco Jumbo. That makes me a little bit sad. But I understand, dude. I totally understand. But thank you very much for the 2, dude. It's good to see you still around and everything, even if you aren't playing. But yeah, about the crystals, I always go for the uncollected. You know, in the long run, it evens out between the two, and you actually get, you know, you have a chance of getting the 5-star in the uncollected ones, and you technically get a little bit more gold because you're getting more ISO whenever you duplicate a 4-star version from the uncollected, so it's a little bit better. But okay, I'm out of here, guys. When was the cutoff for 3-star crystal in arena today? I do not know. Sorry. But I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow, normal time. Back tomorrow, normal time. And yeah, I will pretty much probably be opening up a blade crystal, a single blade crystal. It would be nice if I got them to make up for some of the recent unfortunate events here, but not too concerned about it either. We'll see. Yeah, thank you very much to J Metz, Killicroc, VSE, and everyone else that sent over some very generous super chats, guys. It is always appreciated. So thank you all. And Hobbit's not around, is he? No Hobbit. Okay. All right, no Hobbs. All right. Good night, guys. See you all tomorrow.